Home and away arrivals and departures. Summer Bay's new faces for 2025. Home and Away is set to welcome some new faces in the coming months, though a couple will look a little familiar to longer-term viewers. Plus, one favorite is rumored to be leaving Summer Bay after 3 years. Over the past few months, we've said goodbye to Xander and Rose, as well as guest characters Eliza and Perri. Now, a number of new faces are set to arrive to replace them, including some family members for one existing character. We're also set to say goodbye to a couple of fan favorites before the end of the year, one of whom has called Summer Bay home for nearly 33 years. New arrivals. A new police officer, Jeremy Lindsay Taylor. With Rose having recently departed Summer Bay to fulfill her dream of becoming a detective, it's only right that Cash gains another cop colleague for company. In the coming weeks, a new sergeant will arrive, played by Jeremy Lindsay Taylor. Fans attending the Home and Away tour have spotted Jeremy filming on a number of occasions over the past few months, as his character gets to know the residents of Summer Bay. The below photos, from a filming tour on the 11th of March, show him filming alongside James Stewart and Ray Marr outside the surf club. He's also been seen filming alongside Emily Simons at the coffee cart. Intriguingly, it's believed that the new cop, whose name is currently unknown, is the father of recent new arrival Lacy Miller. Lacy arrived on Australian screens in mid-March as the girlfriend of current Riverboy leader Gage. As of the latest Aussie episodes, she's currently lying low in a safe house, fearing repercussions for giving a statement against her boyfriend after he left Theo for dead. Despite having a cop as a dad, Lacy has never yet mentioned her parents, nor her father's profession, suggesting that he currently has no idea of the trouble his daughter is in. Attentive fans may recognize the name Jeremy Lindsay Taylor. The actor previously starred as Detective Dylan Carter, who was an integral part of the investigation into the death of Charlotte King. Dylan Carter arrived in the Bay in 2016, and was soon revealed as the abusive ex-fiancé of Kat Chapman. As the investigation heated up, the pair briefly rekindled their relationship, but Kat ended things when she learnt Dylan had been working against her in the investigation. Some 12 months later, Kat was subpoenaed to give evidence against Dylan in a police corruption trial. Eventually, it became evident that Dylan was linked to Robbo, whose amnesia prevented him from realizing his true identity. It emerged that Robbo had been sent to the Bay to save Kat, after the force received word that the corrupt cops were trying to take out all the witnesses. 2 years later, Robbo experienced a flashback, prompting him to remember an altercation with Dylan which ultimately led to his amnesia and his arrival in the Bay. Following a confrontation with the Ouroboros gang who had tasked him with tracking down Robbo, Dylan was arrested by the AFP. Some weeks later, Robbo learnt that he had been killed in his cell. Hopefully Jeremy's new character arrives in Summer Bay with less of a checkered past. Jo, Lacy's sister, Madison Brown. Another new character set to arrive in the coming months is Jo, played by Madison Brown. Footage from Celebtime's Home and Away tour recently captured Madison filming alongside Jeremy Lindsay Taylor on the balcony of Salt, suggesting that the pair could be father and daughter. The scene in question sees Theo and Lacy approach the surf club together. Theo catches sight of the pair sitting on the balcony, and gestures for Lacy to look up. Lacy looks decidedly unimpressed by what she sees, and walks off, presumably heading up to Salt to confront her father and sister. Joining Jo and her dad on the balcony in the scene is Tane, leading some fans to speculate that Jo could be the next love interest for Tane, after his engagement to Harper recently fell apart. More recent footage from early May seems to confirm the familial connection between the trio. In a scene filmed earlier this week which you can view below, Lacy and Jo walk together, with Lacy appearing to say, "You can tell Dad." While the audio is difficult to make out, Lacy's sister responds that it's not gonna be enough to make him leave work. Lacy then confirms the new character's name, as she insists, "Jo, you had to do this." The scenes also confirm that Lacy will be sticking around for the long term. Her current storyline, which has seen her sent to a safe house to prevent the River Boys from getting revenge on her, might suggest that she won't be returning to Summer Bay. However, Lacy isn't going anywhere, and is the newest full-time member of the Home and Away cast to have hit our screens. Footage from Celeb Time in late April shows that Lacy and Theo are both still in the show, and are now dating. Not only are Theo and Lacy dating on the show, but Sophia Pennington recently confirmed that she and Matt Evans are an item too. "Yes, we are dating in real life," Sophie confirmed to New Zealand publication The Post. "He really is the best. And also, it works. You know, I guess chemistry's chemistry. I think, if anything, it creates such a safe space for us because we're so comfortable with each other to be able to really dive deep into the story and the relationship between the two characters." Avalon Bracken, Gemma Dart. In late January, actress and musician Gemma Dart was seen filming alongside Stephanie Panazzo and Ryan Bone. The actor's CV has revealed her character's name to be Avalon Bracken. It's not yet known how long she will be on screen for, or how she's connected to Eden or Sunny. But as Gemma is also a musician in real life, could she have a musical connection to Lyric? Gemma is followed on Instagram by Adam Rowland, Angelina Thompson, Tristan Gorey, Ryan Bone, Sophia Pennington and Emily Weir. Gemma previously appeared in Home and Away in 2022, as Becky, a friend of Theo's from his TAFE course, who he brought to Salt in an attempt to make Chloe jealous. A new foster child for Rue. Rue has only recently said goodbye to Eliza on Australian screens. She'll remain on UK screens for another 6 weeks, but it looks like she's about to get a second foster child. It's fair to say Rue struggled with her first foster child, eventually having no choice but to send Eliza away for psychiatric help. Yet Rue hasn't been put off the fostering journey, as it appears that another foster child is just around the corner. Georgie Parker, Emily Simons and Ray Marr have all been spotted filming alongside a new young male actor on various occasions in recent months. In late January, fan Rosemary Candido pair attended the Home and Away tour, and caught a glimpse of Georgie Parker filming alongside the new cast member. In early February, Ray and the young actor filmed a scene fishing together on the beach, as it appears that this latest foster child is more willing to engage with Alf's interests than Eliza ever was. In early March, fans witnessed the filming of another scene, this time showing Alf, Rue and the new arrival walking together outside the surf club, before the youngster heads off towards the beach, kicking a football. All of the scenes appear to show the youngster getting on well with Rue and her friends and family, a very different experience from what Rue went through with Eliza. However, it seems that they may have one of the child's family members to deal with. In a later scene, believed to have been filmed on Tuesday the 11th of March, the new foster child was seen with an older male character, whose identity isn't yet known. The pair approach Rue and Marilyn and converse, before walking off together. Could the older male character be a relative of the new foster child? Fan Haley Woodman also witnessed the same man filming with the new foster child a couple of weeks later. On the 25th of March, the pair shared a loving hug, as Rue watched on. Rue appears to be standing next to Jeremy Lindsay Taylor in the scene, suggesting that the pair are set to become friends. An unknown character. James Stewart, who plays Justin Morgan, has also been spotted filming with another as yet unknown character. The scene, filmed in mid-April, saw the pair walking up from the beach together, with Justin carrying a surfboard under his arm. Departures. Irene Roberts, Lynn McGranger. It was recently confirmed that Lynn McGranger has left Home and Away, meaning we'll soon say a final goodbye to her character Irene Roberts after nearly 33 years in Summer Bay. Lynn filmed her final scene on Wednesday the 26th of March, on the iconic Pier Diner set where her character has worked for much of her time on the show. Lynn's departure was first announced in late February. In a statement released at the time, Lynn said, "After almost 33 years in my dream role and working every day with people who I love, respect and whom I now consider family, it's bittersweet to be closing the chapter on what has been the best and longest gig of my life." I am forever grateful to the best production crew in the world and to our genius writers whose doors are always open for everything they have done for Irene over the past 33-odd years. And I am so proud of the storyline which will see Irene out of the bay. Above all, a massive, heartfelt thank you to the fans for your continued love and support. Although Lynn's time on set has come to an end, Irene will remain on screen for a few more months. We currently anticipate that Irene's emotional exit from Summer Bay will air on Australian screens around August. Nothing has been officially released confirming how Irene leaves. But Lynn McGranger teased to TV Tonight that she played a part in coming up with her character's exit storyline. I knew they wouldn't want me waving goodbye on the back of a bus. Lynn explains. I suggested that I get hit by a bus outside the diner. But they went, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Or, they think I'm dead and I pop up in my coffin at the funeral. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. But I had this idea. And they loved it. And they've embraced it, and that's what we've gone with. I think it's very important. It's very relevant, and I think it will hit home with a lot of people. Fans attending a Celeb Time home and away tour on the 18th of March saw the filming of some of Irene's final external scenes, as her friends threw her a celebratory departure dinner beside the beach, complete with Irene's mocktail bar set up nearby. Theo and perhaps Sonny also look set to perform at her leaving party. Whilst Lynn's decision to leave the show came as a shock to fans, Lynn hinted at an exit earlier last year. Talking with Stellar magazine in May 2024, the actress said that she had been thinking about a permanent exit from the series for some time, after taking a break last year to join theater production The Grandparents Club. It's something I've mulled over, and it has been in the back of my mind for the last year or two, she explained. Certainly, no date has been set to leave, but what I love about working on The Grandparents Club and being involved in this wonderful celebration is that it's taking me back to my roots. Who knows what the future holds? She added teasingly, if this is successful, God willing, I might just be hanging up my diner apron. Kirby Moana unconfirmed. While not confirmed, fans are speculating that Kirby actress Angelina Thompson may also have left the show. In early January, it was announced that Angelina had landed the role of Miss Adelaide in a new production of Guys and Dolls, which would be running from the 21st of March to the 20th of April at Handa Opera on Sydney Harbour. A couple of weeks later, on the 23rd of January, fans saw Angelina filming a scene in which she was driven through the bay in the back of a pink Cadillac. Another scene from the same day saw her and Stephanie Panazzo sharing an extended hug. Could this be goodbye? It's believed that Angelina hasn't been spotted filming at Sydney's Palm Beach, the real-life home of Summer Bay's external scenes, since those scenes were filmed in late January. Actors are sometimes not seen filming at Palm Beach for extended periods. So Angelina's absence doesn't necessarily confirm a permanent exit for the character. However, with Kirby's current storyline on Australian screens seeing her explore a career as a solo artist for the second time, could a record deal see her leave Summer Bay behind for good? Kirby's first scene aired on the 4th of July 2022. And with many home and away actors believed to sign 3-year contracts, it suggests we could see Kirby's departure within the next 2 months. Eliza Sherwood, Martha Kate Morgan. Eliza's departure has already aired on Australian screens, though she will still be on UK screens for the next 6 weeks. Eliza may have only been on UK screens for a little under a month, but viewers have already seen a number of examples of her concerning behavior, stealing from Marilyn, a morbid fascination with death, and attacking a fellow pupil on Tane's youth program. While Rue does her best to care for Eliza, who came into her care after her previous foster home burned down, those around her become increasingly concerned that there is something seriously wrong with the teenager. When Harper goes into labor at the remote Summer Bay Reserve at the end of this month, only Eliza is with her. Eliza fakes a call when Harper asks her to call an ambulance, despite Harper's pregnancy being high risk, and goes on to film the birth without Harper or Tane's knowledge. Shortly after, when Alf begins to suffer chest pains as he and Eliza work at the bait shop, Eliza hides his pills and claims his phone battery is dead, appearing to hope that she would get to witness Alf dying. When Rue finds that Eliza has stashed her father's pills in her jewelry box under her bed, she realizes the extent of Eliza's issues. Although she feels terrible, she realizes that she has no choice but to send Eliza away for professional help. Eliza's final episode will air in the UK on the 17th of June. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more movie spoilers next week. Goodbye and see you again.